everyone, this is Sandy Racy with StampinCrew.com. I'm an independent Stampin' demonstrator. I have a new product to share with you today. This is the Perfectly Pears bundle. It also comes in a suite, which includes paper, there's ribbon, and there's some of these beautiful little sparkly embellishments. So today we're using the embellishments and the bundle. So this is one of our new fall products, and it's in our online exclusives, and I will post all the measurements and supplies on my blog. Before we get started, I want to remind you to click subscribe if you haven't done so already so you don't miss out on future videos. And we have a 20% off sale on all of our two-tone cardstock this month. It comes in all of our colors. It also comes in multi-packs. And then when you spend $50 online before tax and shipping, I will send you a kit of that month's card class projects for free. So lots of fun stuff. Okay, let's get started. So this is a card that I saw while we were on our incentive trip to Orlando a couple months ago. And they made this card super cute, very easy to do. And I wanted to show you how to kind of get the two-tone color effect on these pears. All right, let's pull in our supplies. I am just using a piece of pecan pie for our card base. I have a few pieces of white, actually 4, and then I've already die cut the leaves. The dies come with a pear. It comes with leaves that we can die cut, which we're going to do. This long stem of leaves. So I've done one in Pretty Peacock and one in Old Olive. It also comes with a few other die images, but we're going to use these, and then we're going to do a little stamping and die cutting. Okay, we made this card in our bingo class. We used some of our new online exclusive products in bingo, and I just love this pretty pear set. So I'm going to just go ahead and put our largest white cardstock on the inside. And then I have this one. We're going to place this on the front. I will post measurements too on my blog. I probably already said that. But in case you missed it, or if I didn't say that, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put this white one right here. Then we're going to stamp on these two. All right, let's stamp our sentiment. We're just going to use the pecan pie, and I'm going to do a good friend is a gift. Just stamp that right on our white piece, right like that. I also have this little kind of dotted image, which I was going to stamp on here and then I forgot, so we're going to just do it after the fact, just to give a little bit of texture to our card base. Normally I would do this before I glue it together, but I forgot. So, whoops, I got a big one there. I got a blob on my finger, that's what happened. So, we'll just do a little bit. Okay. I'm wearing white pants today, so I cannot rub that on my pants. I do have a dark shirt on, so maybe I can do that. All right. That's it for those pieces. So with this one, okay, let's make sure my fingers are clean. We are going to stamp our pear, and I'm going to grab the Old Olive. And stamp a couple pears in Old Olive. All right, then I have, keep that because I'm going to use a little sponge dauber, and I'm going to pull out our Darling Duckling, which is kind of a dark yellow, and we're going to stamp our solid pear in the Darling Duckling. I'm going to take the Old Olive and do a little bit of sponging around the edges. Now you can do one side, I do a little bit all the way around, but a little more on one side. And then we're going to stamp this right in our outline. And it comes out with a little bit of green on the edges. Isn't that cute? I probably should have done it on the other side. This side's a little mottled. Let's do another one, because we're going to use two. And we'll do it on the other side, the more solid side, with our old olive. And let's see how that comes out. We might put that one in the front, whichever one we like better. Ooh, I like that one better. Okay, so we're done with these two colors. Now we're going to stamp a couple leaves. You could use Old Olive. I'm going to use Mossy Meadow just to give us another color. And I'm going to stamp the outlines. Ooh, can I fit this on here? Okay, I can fit it right there. Then I'm going to stamp the solid, and I'm going to keep it solid. I'm not, normally I would stamp off, but I'm going to keep it because the leaves are, I'm trying to find my lines here to line this up, are a little variegated, so you can still see the outline there. All right, let's move all this to the side so we don't have any accidents. We're going to die cut these. I'm going to grab our pear and our leaf. Okay, let's see if we've got my big shot here. Still hanging in there. Okay, we'll die cut that one, and we'll do this leaf. And I'm gonna hope that these are not gonna move. Not putting tape in there. You can also just hand cut, but if I have dies, I will do that since there's 4 things to cut out. If there's one, I might just hand cut, but I don't want to cut 4. So, okay. Here's the handle. Every time I put it back, the handle falls off. Okay. My well-loved cutting pads there. All right, let's pull this back in. We are going to use a little bit of liquid glue to put these die cut leaves on with. Okay. Putting little bits. All right, and I want this to kind of come down this way. And then we're going to put this one, the Old Olive leaves, going up the other way. Okay. Just going to cover up the end of that. We can leave that there, it's okay. All right, I'm going to glue the ends of these leaves to my pears right there. Let's do this one. All right, I like this one. I put this one on top, put this one on the bottom. Let's grab some dimensionals. Use a couple of big ones. Can I fit big ones on those leaves? Maybe. Oh, I can. Okay. All right, this one I'm going to put up here, right about there. And then we'll put the other one down. ahead and put a couple dimensionals on this one. I might put this down first because I have an idea. I want to put it right about here. And make sure that's down before I put this other pair in place. Want to do a little bit of overlap. Just like that. You can either put that behind the sentiment like that. I kind of like it over since it's not blocking the words. And then we're going to grab a couple of these, and I am going to use the olive. So we have peacock, olive, or it could be secret sea, I don't know. Secret sea or peacock. We have olive or mossy meadow, and then we have the yellow. But I'm going to use the medium ones, the ones here in the middle, and just put a couple on there, just for a little sparkle. And that is it. Isn't that cute? Quick and cute. You could even stamp a little pear inside if you wanted. There's some flowers you could stamp. We have some little pears that you could stamp in there as well. So lots of things you could do to decorate on top of that. All right, that is all I have to share with you today. I will post the measurements and supplies on my blog, and I will see you all soon. Bye, everyone.